Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Dolis and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last couple of episodes actually, we've been working with Applied Logistics, and as you can see, our base looks significantly different. So I have a chest here to do kind of like to do work type stuff, and everything else is in here. I went ahead and I moved things around a little bit. I moved this to be like that, just because it's going to be a little bit nicer. I also want to make 5 more molecular assemblers. Go ahead and get that started. And I went ahead and filled up all these guys and basically put all of our stuff into the ME system. So what that means is we can start working towards getting more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. That's kind of the plan from here on out. It's automation and just working towards whatever we need, whatever we want, and all that kind of stuff. So, for example, I took all the seeds. All the seeds are in here if they are agricraft, at least, you know, agricraft planted type stuff. And let's see, I fixed the gears and the plates over here, so I just kind of rearranged how this is. This guy will put into this chest, which will then put onto the gears, and everything will be fine there. Then over here I actually have the interface underneath, and then the chest on top of it, and that should work just fine. I haven't actually tested it. The wiring is a lot nicer as well. So that is pretty much it for that. Still don't know what we're going to put in all these drawers, but I've started moving some of the stuff down and all that kind of fun stuff. So a couple of things that I want to do, but honestly, for the most part, the main thing for today, so I also did work on bees a little bit. We're still working on those. They're going to get there eventually. So I haven't actually looked. How is this doing? So that's hooked up and everything. So we are missing chilies. Alright, I kind of want to grab a little bit of bone meal and get some chilies just because I need more food as well. So it's a little bit of a double purpose, I guess. So even this chest, by the way, right here is gone. But yeah, so today I want to start working towards looking at the creative items and kind of what we need to do to get to them. And part of that is going to require us to do, I think we're going to do some automation, and we're going to get into a little bit of magic, but not much. We need to do magic. We need to integrate Applied Logistics with Thaumcraft, because that'll make Thaumcraft so much easier. But that is not what we're going to work on completely today. So, can one of these give me like a handful of... There we go. Because we don't really need much power. We're actually pretty good on power. This is just going to charge up and then it's going to slowly drain. This guy's going to charge up. That guy's already charged up, so he can get all that food. So, we're actually doing pretty good on power. I could probably turn this guy back on, but I don't think we need to at this point. So, yeah, we have what? 58 blocks of diamonds. Yeah, that's a little bit of diamond. But yeah, so we're going to start working on getting into the creative stuff. And that's going to require us to automate some stuff, and we're going to do a little bit of magic. Like I said, again, eventually I want to do full out magic with Thaumcraft and Applied Logistics. We'll get that set up, but that's not going to be today. Now, before we do too much else, I do want to go ahead. We're going to craft like 20 more of these, and I want to teach this how to make crafting coprocessor and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to do 4Ks. So we need this guy. We're going to need processors. We're going to need, I think, one of these and one of these. But I can't make them simultaneously. which is why I'm doing the thing that I'm doing. So the crafting units requires, yeah, calculation processors and the logic processors. So that'll take just a second. We'll be able to speed that up later, but not quite yet. So it's one of those. And then once we get that guy, we can go ahead and teach the system how to make the crafting units. And then from there, we're going to teach it to make the 4Ks for the time being. And then the crafting coprocessors, which I believe requires a diamond processor. So this will just take a second, but there we go. Now we already know how to make all of this stuff. So we're just going to put this guy in here. Doesn't really matter. And I want to make one of those. We're also going to need to make one of these guys, which that's going to take a little bit longer. And yeah, what kind do we have down here? We have a 4K. Cool. And then the crafting coprocessor is going to be a lot easier, but we do have the molecular assemblers finished. We're going to come down here and put these down here. These don't take channels, luckily, so just going to increase our crafting ability right here. And I decided to do this and go upwards rather than going that direction, just because it's going to be easier in the long run. We'll be able to replace this with the dense cables later, and that will allow us to get more stuff. So, do we have the crafting? Yes, we do. So, the coprocessor is pretty easy to teach. And then we're going to want 4Ks. So we need to make a 4K. And this will go down here. And then eventually we will step away from the 4Ks and we'll start making 64Ks. We'll go all out with the storage components and all that kind of fun stuff. How bad are those? They're not actually bad. They're just a lot more crafting. So we'll slowly ramp up to that, and that'll be fun. So while we're waiting for that, looks like it's pretty close to being done. This is actually a good test for our system. Make sure we can. Actually, I know it can make it. Never mind. I made a bunch of these guys, and that requires a 4K storage system. So, or storage components. So, let's take a look at. It's done, isn't it? Never mind. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna tell the system to make. Yeah, 3 of these. And then eventually, once I have all 3 of those, I'll make the coprocessors. So that is all we need for that. So we've been looking here lately at the everlasting guilty pool, which is a lot of magical stuff that we're gonna need to make and all that kind of fun stuff. We're gonna work on this a little bit more later, but we're also looking at the creative energy cell, which requires extreme crafting. So if I look at resonant energy cells, I have 5 of these frames already full. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6. There's 16 that we need in total. And I already have basically a third of them. Plus we have aluminum blocks. That was easy enough. So basically just kind of looking at what do we need to do. We're going to need to craft those. And this requires extreme crafting. The extreme crafting table is the dire crafting table from Vertia, or however you say that mod. I'm not quite sure. This guy is a little bit tricky. So do we have much wood in the system? We do. Let's make it out of jungle. So let's get a stack of wood. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a stack of, half a stack of crafting tables. And then we need to get a double compressed crafting table. So we need 6 more of those. Let's get 4 more stacks of the jungle wood. And there we go. That is the double compressed crafting table. I don't even know if that's useful for anything or what, but it is literally just taking forever with the circuits, isn't it? We can speed this up. Yeah, we can speed this up with acceleration cards. Maybe we'll look into making those after this gets finished. So the plan is we need to make this dire crafting table. And it requires a double compress crafting table with 8 of these crystal matrix ingots. Now these are really expensive. They require 2 nether stars each. So we're going to need 16 nether stars. And we're going to need half a stack of diamond lattices, which is 5 diamonds each. So yeah, I'm glad we have diamonds. We need 32 of these. So let's grab all 32. And here's the issue. We don't have that many nether stars. Nether stars are not going to be too much of an issue to get. So that used a good bit of diamonds, but not that bad. Alright, so it's done crafting. Let's get the crafting coprocessors. We want 3 of these as well. And then we're going to need some ME cable. Do I have any extra? No. But what we can do is we're just going to put this stuff right here. And we're going to hook them up very soon. So we're going to need a bunch of nether stars. So let's put this stuff in here. And the nether stars aren't bad, but the issue is wither skulls. These guys are kind of slow going to get. So what we're going to work on today is a system to automate that. And we're going to use... So, okay, here's the thing. We could just throw a grinder in front of this, and that would work eventually. It wouldn't be very good, but it would work eventually. Now, there is a item that is called, let's see, the autonomous activator. The autonomous activator, I believe, would work, but I don't know for sure. I think it would work, but we're gonna play with something else. We're gonna use a dynamism tablet. This guy, and this is from Thaumcraft. It's pretty easy to make. It just requires a little bit of niter, really, and some gold and iron. So we don't have any niter over here or anything, so back we go. So we're going to try using this, and the reason is we can use, actually, you know what, let's go ahead and make the, I'm going to make the autonomous activator instead, because that, I believe, will be a little bit easier to use, although it requires power. Doesn't it? Oh, I forgot it requires power in this version. I think. Let's see. Making it should not be difficult at all. Like, at all. So let's place it down. Yeah, it requires power. Which is a good reason not to use it for what we're going to be doing. We have power over there. We could use power, but I'd rather not. So the dynamism tablet, we're gonna need some glowstone, we're gonna need some, let's see, we're gonna need this golem animation core, which requires bricks and niter, 3, 3, 3, I think the best thing to do for this is torches, which I have, and then coal. So we'll need one more glowstone. And then 6 torches. That will give us our niter. We're going to need some bricks, some clay. Let's see, we're going to need a bucket. Let's go ahead and cook up the clay. And let's see, we're going to need gold and iron. So just 2 gold and 3 iron. Alright, so do we have the crafting coprocessors yet? We do. Alright. Now make me some ME cable. Actually, I have ME cable. Alright, so here's the question. How many channels do we have? Let's see. 1, 2. This will be 6. So, should work. There we go. So now we should be able to make a lot more stuff all at once, which is really cool. And so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to grab right now. We are going to want to teach this system how to make dense cables. So these guys are like so. I don't think I've already got it. We're going to want to make some dense cables. And you can make like 100 of those? No. Can we make like 20 of those? We need a lot more string. That's one of these days we're gonna hook this up to the system as well, which is just gonna be some piping and getting rid of all of the armor. But dense cables, we're gonna need like 20. There we go. We can go ahead and start that. But now we can say, I don't know, make me 10 calculation processors as well, and we have multiple CPUs doing different things. Something else I want to go ahead and make is acceleration cards. That would be good. So acceleration cards are advanced cards, which once we get the calculation processor, the first one, we can make that. And then the acceleration card is just that with Flux Crystal. Pretty easy. And yeah, so with that taken care of, and then this guy with a Flux Crystal. Cool, so that will give us acceleration cards, and we can go ahead and tell the system to make like 10 of those. Cool. We'll deal with that in a little bit. So with that taken care of, let's go do some Thaumcraft stuff, and we're gonna get this dynamism, however you say it, this tablet, so that we can do some fancy stuff. So once this boils, which we have niter underneath it, so we need to throw in torches, coal, glowstones. There's the 2 niter, and it's nice and easy because it uses everything. One of these niters will be used to make blink animation core, and then we should probably scan that. I gave it some ordo, which is actually really nice. And then these guys plus this. Now this uses a lot of stuff, so let's go ahead and put on our other armor so we get a little bit of a discount. And there's the dynamism tablet. So this thing is really cool. It's very powerful. Real quick, let's go ahead and Let's see, we can buy that finally. And get that one as well. Don't have enough order for that one. There's some other stuff we could probably do. Get that. Just trying to get all the researches because we need to. Is Kami unlocked? We are missing Mask of Grinning. There's the Infusion Enchantment and Pounce. And then these guys. So, Infusion Enchantment. I don't know where that one's at. But then the Pounce is right here. I don't know what most of this stuff does. I don't really care, to be honest. I don't plan on using it. But we almost have everything we need. It's just a thing of the figuring out what unlocks these guys. So I'm going to look into that. We need to get this Kami unlocked. That is for Iker. And that is needed for the guilty pool. But we'll get to that soon enough. But anyways, this dynamism tablet is incredibly powerful. So what we can do is we can set it up. And the plan is we're going to set it up in our mob farm, in our auto spawner actually. So we're going to put it like right here. And looks cool. We can have redstone control. We can have left click, right click. And here's the thing. We can give it a sword. And it's facing us. So it's actually breaking the door. Which is not what I want. So what we want to do is put it right here. And we're going to grab our cleaver. So what this is going to allow us to do is we're going to give it the cleaver and we're going to basically have it attack whatever we want. So if I go ahead and start spawning in these guys, we'll give it the cleaver. Does it know how to use it? Yes, it does. So I should be able to stand right here once this activates and everything. We'll be able to get wither skeleton skulls from this. Now, obviously if I'm standing right here, I can go ahead and do it myself. And these guys have to be basically right in front. There we go. So as you can see, it can work. It does work. And it even gives you the cleaver's effect. So does it level up the cleaver at all? So it's at 308. Let's work on something else. So something that could be good to do. Let's go ahead and break this. What I want to do is I want to move everybody to like this corner. And we'll have this here. It's facing me, isn't it? Ow. It will hurt you as well. So be warned. So yeah, this little dot I believe is like forward. And it requires no power, no nothing. Skeletons can't get out through this, so we can put it there. We can also tell it redstone control. So I think that means it won't work until it gets a redstone signal. So that is good. That's what we want. And what we're going to do is we're going to tell this no exact copy. And we're going to flood this area with witch water. The whole purpose being trying to get... basically, we're going to try our hardest to get the skeletons to the side. And what we can do... We have redstone conduit. We have a little bit. I don't remember how bad this was to make. Oh, it's really easy. So, do we have any more redstone? No. Redstone alloy is this, and I believe silicon. So can we craft like 100 of that? No. You can craft like 20. Wow, it has no cobblestone. Except it does. So let's just get a bunch of cobblestone in there. And let's tell the system to make, like, I don't know, a stack of silicon. Now we don't need that much for what we're doing, but we'll get the redstone ingots. We'll take just a second. Shouldn't be that bad to do. And from there we'll grab our more honey. What am I using currently in here? Plain honey. Alright. So we'll get the redstone conduits, and this is what we'll use to kind of power things. So that we can turn on the spawner from outside. Hopefully we'll have enough. If not, we can always make more. So let's see, can we walk through this? No. We're gonna need to keep this on, so what we'll do real quick is just break that, turn it on, and it's got the redstone signal. So I just want to put this like so. And this is messy, but it's fine. And the reason we're going to do it like this is so that I need a Yeta wrench, I do believe. We're going to do it like this so that it doesn't need to connect. Basically so that we can get all this stuff taken care of. We'll make it look a little bit nicer. So like so. Probably gonna spawn things. So that should light up, and it is idle. Cool, perfect. So skeletons can get on here. We could probably prevent that, but not that big of a deal right now. Now the other thing we're gonna want is the witch water. Now here is the actual issue. The reason we're using witch water, by the way, is so that we can turn normal skeletons into wither skeletons, which is what we did a long time ago. But what I need to do is I need to get them to go over here. So that will put it there. Luckily that doesn't break. Okay, that's a good sign. And I think 3 will work. And then I want some actual signs. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put a sign. We're going to put a sign. Oh no, it's going to. Is it going to, if we turn that off, it's going to try to break the sign? It might. It does. Alright, so... Let's see, is there... Do we have access to, like... Yes, we have cobblestone. Let's see, do we have a saw? We do. We can make panels and strips and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's get some of cobblestone strips. And what we can do with this is we can... One, I can put panels around this. We should be able to anyways. But that's still not going to work unless we put it there, will it try to break that? Yes. Alright, well, we'll deal with it. We'll have to live with it. Let's turn this off for right now. And we need 2 more buckets of witch water. Hopefully this works as well as I hope it does. Put that there. And we'll put 1 more in the other corner. And this is probably going to hurt us, but that's fine. So, see, we can get some covers. And let's just pop in like right here. And I want to put some covers on this guy. Just to prevent the skeletons from getting there. It shouldn't really affect anything else. So let's see if things work. Now, there's one last thing we're going to need. And that is something we made a long time ago and we haven't used lately. We need, actually... Oh, I guess we haven't made one. We need a hopper. Specifically, we need a vacuum hopper. So we're going to grab this stuff. I threw my crescent hammer. And we're going to make a vacuum hopper. So this guy, pretty easy. We just need an Eye of Ender. Perfect. So there's a vacuum hopper. We're going to put that over there with, let's see, we can make a really cool item. Because we're only going to get 4 things from these guys. So let's make a drawer that is a 2x2. We just need a little bit more wood. Let's grab some from here. I'm just going to grab 2 stacks. I know it's better to go ahead and saw it, but we have so much wood now. It doesn't really matter anymore. And this makes 4. We only need 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to have... let's see. Put this here. Vacuum hopper. Items. Let's see. Go here. And I already have a little bit of all this stuff, so let's just take all this. Actually, it's going to be 5 items, isn't it? Whoops. That's fine. I don't think we get too many of the ones, so I'll do that and see how that works. So let's try it. Turn that off, and we can also put. I'm just gonna put a piece of cobblestone here. So we have a wither skeleton. He'll get pushed over in front of here, and I forgot to activate this. There we go. So we have 10 wither skulls. And there's another one, but it's not going in. Alright, we're not going to use the drawer. We're just going to use a chest. That'll be fine. That's kind of whatever. So we'll just grab a chest. Oops, I threw my shovel in there. Whoops. Alright, so we'll grab a chest, and this will be perfectly fine. Worked pretty good. We're going to get some armor and stuff from this stuff, but that's fine as well. I can only place it in the top. That's the issue. So just put it in there, and everything will be fine. So we already have 14 skulls. We are going to need for 16, we're going to need, what, 48 skulls in order to get all the withers that we're going to need to kill. And this is just going to take some time. Now something I'm actually curious, this is at 559. Is it leveling up? It is. So here's what we're gonna have to do. This is also getting experience, which is fine. I don't really care. If we want to store the experience, we could just take this, put it right here, and tell this to put experience that way. Yep, that works. So the cleaver will eventually level up, which is kind of neat. I don't know if we're going to get like a message or anything when it does, but there is automatic, for the time being, wither skeletons. Now later on we're going to use some other stuff to get more wither skeletons, but as long as this is still working, we can take a look. This drum was full, so it's using a bit of essence, but it shouldn't be too bad. And something we can do relatively soon, in fact I think we can go ahead and do it right now. We have a division sigil. We could make cursed earth. Maybe we'll do that in the next episode. And then we can take the cursed earth and we can fill it into the bottom of there, and that will give us a lot more mobs. But 17 wither skeletons, skulls, is not too bad. Well, actually, we're already up to 18. So I think what I'm going to do between episodes is I'm just going to kill the wither a bunch, and I'll do it manually. Let's do it once, just to kind of remind you guys how easy it is. Bolts. And let's see, we are going to need soul sand, which is down here. We have plenty of soul sand, so it's not an issue. And alright, so that doesn't work. Cool. So all we have to do is come back over here. We'll build the this is an area that is completely impenetrable, indestructible. We'll just go ahead and build the wither, and stand back over here. Alright, so he kind of flies up, actually right here, and literally just stand here and hit him, and he's dead. So there is Nether Stars. It's super easy. It's just going to be a matter of getting all the skulls and getting all the Nether Stars that we need. So that is what I'm going to work on between episodes. Also going to trash a lot of this stuff. What I'll do is I'll just throw it in here, and it'll trash it for me. So that's pretty much the plan. Got a lot of wither skeleton skulls, and gonna need a lot of Nether Stars. So that is what we're gonna work on. And yeah, next time we will make the dire crafting table and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!